Kallos, who will say a couple of words. Okay?
Good afternoon. Roosevelt Island is one of the few places in New York City, and in fact the world, that is entirely accessible. And Roosevelt Island was actually planned and built a generation before the Americans with Disabilities Act. This memorial celebrating President Franklin D. Roosevelt in a wheelchair is all too often omitted. I want to thank our Congress member for her leadership in DC so that that's starting to change, and it's starting to change right here. I'm Ben Kallos, and I've had the privilege of representing Roosevelt Island for the past 7.5 years. And I have to say, whether it was cutting the ribbon on the new library, Blackwell House, City Bike, even the ferry, I have never seen this many people here for anything like this, and that is a testament to the importance of this memorial. You deserve a round of applause. I think it's like 98 degrees right now. I remember meeting Jim Bates first as a candidate, then as a council member, and even as a council member, I had to call him Uncle Jim. And I'm curious just how many of you out there also called him Uncle Jim. Okay, so it wasn't just me, it was everyone of all ages. I see our Congress member raised her hand too. And so he shared with me that City Council District 5 had provided $100,000 in seed funding. And then he, and that was the money to get this project started. And then Jim showed me basically what was tantamount to hostage photos. That this beautiful sculpture behind us was being held captive in a warehouse, being ready to be set free. And so we've been hard at work ever since, working alongside the Roosevelt Island Disabled Association. Anyone who knows about city or government projects means the money is just the first step. It can take, in this case, a decade, a little less, to make something happen. So we met with the Office of Management and Budget, who said, no, it's the Parks Department. So we met with Parks Department, they said, no, it's somebody else. So we actually met with Victor Kalisi, who is the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, who actually had worked at the Parks Department. He was pivotal and incredibly helpful. And then finally, we got connected with Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation. The president at the time wanted Roosevelt Island to become an island for the arts, and we wouldn't be there without them. So huge thank you and congratulations to Meredith Bergman, to Wendy Hirsch, and all the people here. Rita, a huge round of applause, all the members here. I want to thank Mark Diamond, Katrina Vanden Heuvel. Four Freedoms Park is actually where the initial funding for this project started before it moved around to so many very different agencies. Our fellow elected officials, America's Congressman, Congressmember Carol Maloney, our Borough President Gail Brewer, our Assemblymember Rebecca Seawright. And I have to say, looking around, this memorial looks like it cost more than $200,000 for my office and Rebecca's office, which seems to me that once we put the money into REOC, they may have put a little bit or a lot more in, and none of this would have been possible without REOC and their president, Shelton Haynes. So I want to say thank you, because it took a village to make this happen. Congratulations.